I'm pretty PO'd at my hair right now. It's not cooperating. So ignore that. All right, so here's the deal. I had to search like my entire house and I found one pair of gloves for today's color remover. Let's try to be thrifty. Let's try to make this work. So we're going to be using the Color Oops Bold Remover, semi-permanent hair color remover. I have already done 2 videos on this since it came out. We did it on a wig with like different black semi-permanent hair colors, just green, like I don't even remember. There's a lot of colors on that wig. We used it in so many different ways in that first video. And the next one, we used it on dark blue on my hair as well as on some extensions I had. And we're talking, it was a very dark blue. So I'm going to link both of those videos in the description below so that you guys can go check those out as well, because I just go way more into depth. I think that they're both really full of knowledge and, I just think that they would be helpful. So if you haven't used this or you're curious, I really hope that you check those 2 videos out. It does come with 2 applications, so there's still 1 application left in here. And I have my halo hair extensions. We have from Christmas still. Some of you know that have been here. I've been like messing around with like my clip-in extensions and some wigs lately, or as usual. But I haven't done halo hair extensions in a minute, and they're honestly so far one of my favorite types because they just sit, right on your head. They're really comfortable, and to me, they just add a fullness that is just so much easier for me to customize than trying to like clip in all the extensions. So I love using them all, but as far as for like comfortability and things like that, and just, so far, I love halo hair extensions. But I've been looking and I just can't seem to find any at the moment that I want to buy, like at this exact moment. I might want to save up and maybe try some from Amazon. I've been having really good luck on Temu or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. So that's where these came from. But since we do have some like, 30-inch? Yeah. Since we do have some like 30-inch hair extensions right now, I like that these are kind of like a medium length. So let's color remove these, get as much as we can out with what we have so that when we dye my hair soon, we can do these to match whatever I'm going to change my hair to. It's a surprise. I pretty much already know, but I'm going to act like I don't. Whatever we happen to change this hair to, we'll match these up. So plus it's a good opportunity to see how this works on yet even more colors. But so far it's been absolutely fabulous. I will say it is like a bleach-based color remover, and Color Oops does have bleach-free and ammonia-free options. But this is newer and it just came out, and it actually has a mask that you add in that like helps condition and treat your hair so nice while it's removing the color. It has like the anti-breakage conditioning right there, and it's specifically for like semi-permanent hair dye, direct hair dyes. This is just really cool, awesome, and it works really well. I do have other color remover videos as well that aren't bleach based and things like that. So I'll link that playlist or some of those videos below as well if you guys want to check out other color removers I've used. For those of you that have been curious about, my health problems and that part of my journey I'm on, the shots that I got in my back when I was doing the Hair Buddha React video, I believe it was the first one he did of me that I reacted to. I was going that day to get shots in my back, and so far it's been quite a while and it's been helping me a lot. Those are starting to wear off, but I did finally get into my my throat doctor today so that they can get that biopsy done, over with, and move on with my life, So obviously I'm here for some hair color therapy or hair color remover therapy. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And I hope this brings some brightness to your weekend. So let's do this. I will say that this does come with gloves, but I have neuropathy, so I need my gloves to be a lot more tighter. Here is what's left of our Color Oops. It comes with 2 applications. It's all marked. It comes with a Bond Rejuvenating Mask that you put right in with everything else. And it comes with the Color Oops Lightening Powder brush, which I am actually going to probably use to mix it today. It does have like a strong ammonia bleach smell, so just be aware of that. Vegan, cruelty-free. Like I said, my other videos are so much more detailed. I mean, I'm up in the ingredients. I'm really going through it. But since this is our 3rd one in a short period of time using this, I thought let's just have a little more fun. Let's just get to it, right? Oh, see, okay, there's that powder coming up, so that's why I'm saying be careful. And I would ventilate, because like I said, it's like a strong bleach smell. Reminds me of like when you would get bleach from like Walmart, the box bleaches. It's just strong smelling. Not to be confused with their permanent hair color remover from Color Oops that, you know, has that strong, more like a sulfury, like rotten egg smell. That is for permanent hair color. And that is like a whole nother thing. That's not like bleach. That's just a whole nother chemical process creating that smell. So don't compare this to that at all. Just think of bleaches, basically, like those kind of ammonia smells. Even bleaches that smell pretty and don't seem to bother you much still ventilate. Just because that's the case doesn't mean that those chemicals aren't in the air. You're not going to get a migraine or worse later. So me, I'm pretty sensitive, so I have to be careful. Sometimes I do just wear like a mask because it helps a lot. So here it is. This should be enough to cover all of the extensions. I was debating leaving the black hair color in there actually and just working with it. So maybe we'll start from the very top of the extensions and work our way down. I'm not sure, but here it is. It's mixed. They recommend checking it every 5-10 minutes and not leaving it on over 60 minutes. Luckily, these are extensions, so I don't have to worry quite as much, but I would like them to stay in nice condition. So there we go. Oh yeah, it just hit me. Oh, I got cocky. I breathed in, and now I'm like regretting it so much. I should probably point out now, every time I call this orange, it's red. Orange based, and the top was over orange, but it's red. You can see it's already lifting the color right here. I already know I'm probably not going to have enough for all the extensions, so I'm not too worried about it taking all the color out because I don't think I'm going to be able to coat it all. Instead of sectioning it really piece by piece like I normally would do all carefully, I'm just making sure I fully coat the back, and then I'm going to flip these over. That way where it is patchy and stuff, you know, we can use color correction or make sure that I place whatever colors I'm matching this to my hair with. We'll make it work, you know, that's the fun in it. I like sometimes just kind of doing stuff like this and not overthinking it, just going for it. But yeah, obviously this is not going to be enough. There's way more layers here, but it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. That color was already lifting, which was just so crazy to me. Bit of water. It says to put it on dry hair, but I just want to add just a tiny bit of moisture out here. I'm not expecting it to get every layer of this orange out because it's just so many layers of it. But you saw it already removing that orange on the back like before I was even done. That's so crazy. I do have other ways that I could hang these to do them, or maybe clip them to my wig or my mannequin. Things like that, but I was in a hurry. Okay, it's lifting immediately. I was in a hurry, so here we are. Goodness. You can almost leave the black. Kind of cool. Yeah, maybe at the bottom. It can be an undertone. Oh, gosh. I'll link this product below too, so you guys can check it out. But the reason they give you 2 different applications is for one, if you have longer hair or if the first round doesn't take all your color out. To me, the price is honestly, I think, decent considering you get 2 applications. I'm already almost out though. Oh my gosh. This hair is thick. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna have to title this Color Remover Works Well, Extensions Unfinished. Oh, may have to leave the black at the ends. This is like the most unprofessional color removing, hair dyeing, anything I've done on here. I literally didn't section a single thing. It's freeing, but I know it's a terrible idea. Knowing I didn't have enough product anyways, maybe have to switch gears here. Can't wait to see how this goes. Look at that's yellow already. Look at all that underneath. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, this was such a bad idea. What was I thinking? Gosh, I wasn't thinking. Oh man, this was a bad idea. I should have sectioned these. I don't know what I was thinking. This green is stuck for life. This is the second time I've learned that if I'm going to be doing a lot of hair, I should probably use the entire 2 applications at once. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking here. I wasn't. So here we go. You know what? Okay, so this shows you why you want to section your hair really well, even when doing a color remover. The hair gets dry, matted, it's a mess. It'll look like you covered everything, but there'll be like all these pieces hidden in between that you missed. So, I guess with all my videos with the great sectioning and doing my best to make my very nicest applications, this is what happens if we don't take those steps. So, all right, well, that's all the color remover I have. I do have other ones, but let's just let this be what it's gonna be and go from there. Maybe we'll have to do something else in this video. I'm just winging it. I just wanted to have fun today, guys. So see you in a minute, or see you in 60 minutes or less. I'm gonna go and cover these with more plastic and see you then. So. All right, so we're at 6 minutes, and the green on the box, I do remember this taking out other green really well, but I will say that the consistency this time is a lot drier, and that's why it's just as hard when it has the bottle. Even though there's like a line telling you how much to put in, I feel like I can never get it just right. It's like when I used the other half, it was perfect. It took out like the darkest blue, like there's no trace left of the blue. You guys were there. Well, most of you saw it. Here's a picture of how dark the blue was, okay? So like, I know using it this third time that the consistency was just a little too thick. I really don't think with how dry it is and just how little bit I use that green's gonna come out. I'll let it process, and then I like full time, 60 minutes. And then when it's done, I think I'll come in with like my Malibu DDL, maybe with water, maybe with developer, just to even them out just a little bit more. I don't want to do a bleach bath. I'm honestly really low on bleach, and sometimes the bleach can push those colors deeper down. Obviously, unless there wasn't much color left at all, I would use some other fading, like clarifying shampoo or my color fading vitamin C shampoo or something. But like I said, I would rather just see how this comes out and maybe touch up with another color remover, like without developer. I'm not really sure yet. Because I just don't need them back all the way blonde. The whole point of this is whenever I dye my hair, I want to like be creative and try and get those to match up with it without having to like have a completely solid blonde start. So that's just my thought process. Just in case this was your first time here, like, oh my gosh, like what is she doing? So that is what you shouldn't do. Sectioning, small sections, making sure everything is saturated, things like that. That's what's going to make it easy no matter what it's on, your own head or anything else. I really hope you guys check out my other videos so that you can see how I normally apply products. My hair is honestly thick, so this is why even with hair dye, like I have a habit of making sure that I still like use a brush, do sections, and then at the very end, if I'm doing all one color, you know, then I'll pull it through and kind of do one of these numbers. But for the most part, if you don't take those sections, it's going to look like you got everything, but more than likely it's going to be patchy and you're going to have all these holes in it and everything else. But yeah, I was winging it. I didn't have much. I was just flying by the seat of my pants, as they say, so whatever. It's been 10 minutes. Let's check out where we're at so far. Okay, where it did touch, it's already lifted the orange out to like a yellow. This black's not budging. That's to be expected, honestly. Green doesn't seem to be lightening much, but we'll see. It's still early. And then we have like, that's already like a yellow. So it takes the orange out right away. So yeah, so as far as the product goes, like I've really been enjoying this product. 25 minutes, so 10 more minutes. I think the green is getting lighter. All right, we're at 58 minutes. You know, with color removers, you really got to wash them out and see what color you're left with after that, because a lot of this might just be colors sitting on top. I don't have any expectations of this black lifting, but I know on the wig there was a lot of black hair dye on those. All semi-permanent, by the way. Still doesn't look too bad. All right, so it says to do a shampoo and a deep condition, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna possibly come in with another color remover. So I'm just gonna use this Carol's Daughter fortifying shampoo for weak, breakage prone hair, just so it doesn't overstress the hair. I don't want to use any conditioner or anything because I don't want there to be a barrier in between that and the color remover. So try to be gentle with the rinse out, warm water, shampoo. If you're doing this at home, deep condition. And I just wanted to actually open this with you guys because I realized that you guys did not get a good view of it down there. I'm so sorry. I am a little bit of a mess because it's just kind of been a long day, but this is my therapy, so we push through the crazy. Yeah, so this does not smell great. So you can see where I obviously didn't get any on there. So fully saturating is a big deal with this kind of stuff. It did do a pretty decent job. So yeah, with the next color remover, I'm going to make sure that I actually go in and do the sectioning properly, but not too shabby, and a lot of this is going to rinse out. You can really see where I did actually saturate it well. It removed the color pretty decently, even though it was slightly on the drier side compared to the first mix that I did. So be right back. This is a fun rabbit hole we're going down. My husband came home and he has gloves in his work trucks. And here is the results after rinse out. I was going to wait till they were dry, but then after looking up the other videos I did on Malibu DDL XL and then online, I can apply it to like towel dry, just slightly damp hair. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm not going to wait for them to dry. I can already see where I need to get some work done on it here. I just wanted to show you guys like these results, and then yeah, I'm just going to go in with some Malibu DDL. Everywhere, like I said, it got saturated. It took it out so well. And without any deep conditioning, it still just doesn't feel that bad. So I am happy about that. The DDL XL, if you want more detail, check out the videos because there's a lot of detail that goes into this. But you can mix it with water developer, and it does recommend for blue-green hues that the water might be better as well as a little gentler. This does have lightening ingredients as well. It just doesn't have like the mask that they put in it. So it's nice to have like that water option. But Malibu does have a CPR that doesn't have any lightening agents in it at all. And I do have a video on that as well. So I wasn't sure because we do have green in here. And I'm like, should I do it with water? And I'm like, no, I think I'm just going to go with the highest developer all over. Just go with like 20 volume. I'm going to use my Schwarzkopf 20 volume developer. I'm just going to go in and just try and get it done. I don't want to mess around and put it through too much. It looks like the green already lifted pretty well. But they do recommend for like the greens that you can mix it with water. But since I have so many different colors, I don't want to mix two separate packets. So I'm just like, we're just going to go with it, man. I haven't linked this before in my description, I don't believe, so I will now, but it's what I hang all my extensions on and all the videos that I do, and it's super useful. Like, I bring it in the shower, I'm able to rinse stuff off, style, like, I'm obsessed, and it was really cheap on Amazon, so I'll link that below for you guys as well. And I will try to link everything that I use in the video somehow, some way. So go ahead and check it out below if you need to. That's the plan. Just wanted to show you guys the results. I really, really do love this color remover, and honestly, underneath, it did a pretty good job there. I don't even remember what black this is. I'd have to look back. It might be Arctic Fox Transylvania. It's getting to the point where I can't even mention them all because there's too many. If you're new here, I hope you go check out all the videos. They want you to mix it with 1.5 ounces of, like I said, 10 or 20 volume developer, or you can do water. I don't have like a scale here to measure with, so I'm just going to use 3 tablespoons for 1.5 ounces. So I'm just going to use 3 tablespoons of 20 volume developer. I'm going to go ahead and mix it with this. This does smell very strong. I'll tell you that right now. Like super ammonia bleach. Like this has nothing on this. This smells strong. I do remember that. I accidentally put my face up to this and I just about died. Pretty sure I still have flashbacks from it. Every time I smell something. They don't specify here wet or dry hair. But yeah, like I said, when I looked it up, they said that damp hair was just fine. This is only a max of 45 minutes. And they want you to check every 5 minutes. Now, this one, when they want you to shampoo and rinse with their Undo Goo shampoo, which is like a pretty strong pH clarifying shampoo, I'm just going to use my BONDBAR clarifying shampoo because that's just what I have. It's going to be a little gentler because I'm putting these through a lot. And then they also want you to follow up with what would be their Deox, which stops the oxidization after processing so it doesn't end up turning up another color later. A lot can happen. So I like to use the Ion Color Brilliance After Color Treatment. It does the same thing. It helps close the cuticle and restores the natural pH of the hair. So this is what I use instead of that. They didn't specify that we need to do that with this color remover, but they do specify it with this one. So I always read manufacturer's directions and I always follow through with them the first time before I kind of experiment a little bit. If you're doing this yourself, always strand test. This guy, you just never know what's going to happen. So like I said, I'm using 20 volume from Blondme, Schwarzkopf. I love their line of bleach. It's what I use to bleach my own hair. We have used this with their 7 volume as well. So 20 volume this time. I believe I did it with 20 volume. I think we've done it just about every way. I already know this one's going to be a doozy. I might have to get a mask on.
So those are all yours.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
Love you. Okay, so I'm making sure to brush it out this time. And the hair is wet, so it's a little harder to section, but I'm still going to do my best And I'm going to make sure to start like in those real dark areas here at the top and underneath. Now you're going to see the right way to really saturate every single part of it. And you want to make sure that it's not super dry. You can see that's why I'm making sure to cover the one side I'm not working on. Look at this consistency. It's just like oatmeal. It's so gross. I did have to wear a mask for this because it was just a very strong ammonia smell. I'm having to mix a second batch right about here. I forgot to tell you guys, so much color came out in the tub at the last rinse out. I didn't want to take any chances not having it fully saturated. And then we have to go on to the back here. If you'd like me to record the rinse out in the future so you can see how the color comes out of the hair, go ahead and comment below. Okay, and here's it at 17 minutes. And at 45-minute rinse out time. I am so glad we went in with that second color remover. Not planned, but very glad we did. So check this out. I don't even care about those bands. That's going to be so easy to deal with later. But look at this. It just took everything out. Left nothing. Removed all that color. And it just still feels so nice. Just like after all we put it through, it's still like just way better than my hair. I've also put it through things previously. Very, very happy with these results. Here's what they looked like rinsed out. And then here's also a picture of like the first, second, and third stage. I think it'll be fun to kind of put these in really quick and just see how different they are from the rest of my hair. And also here's a clip of them out in the sun. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this process. Obviously, the first color remover would have worked better if I had fully saturated and used an entire batch. And I didn't learn, obviously, in the second part because I had to remix another batch to get these done. So if that gives you guys an idea of how much hair you have at home and how much you might have to use, there you go. So yeah, so obviously the first batch being just, you know, as dry as it was and everything. If I would have had a full batch of that, it would have probably done the same exact job. But I'm going to applaud, and obviously I'm not going to fully install this. But I would like to applaud the DDL XL. It did an amazing job as well. It was my go-to. I love this like raccoon tail look. It was my go-to before they came out with this color Oops Bold. So I'm pretty ecstatic. Oh my gosh, look. These are going to be fun to color and blend in with my hair. If I cut my hair, which I'm thinking I'm gonna, I might have to layer these up with my hair a little bit more, but I think it's gonna be super fun. I don't mind the stripes. Oh yeah, that's gonna look awesome. Look, I think it's gonna look like scene hair, depending on how I make it match my hair, because we just got like these kind of far apart raccoons. All right, yeah, I'm really looking forward to our next hair color project, so. If you did like this video in any way, I hope you hit the like button. And if this was your first time here, I hope you subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. I try to always show up twice a week to help us all get through it together. My Instagram is also linked below in the description in case you want to head over there, check it out, say, hey, really excited to work with these. And it's just motivating me to hurry up and get my hair done. Really impressed with both color removers. Obviously, the Color Oops has like the bonus mask with like the bond repair in there to really kind of help your hair have a better chance. While on the other hand, you could always use the water with the other one, make it a little less harsh. But with both, definitely follow up with a deep, deep conditioner. Just be aware that because they both have some kind of a lightening agent in them, these will both lift your roots. So if you're doing this at home, obviously the extensions didn't matter. But if you're doing any of this on your own head, start with the rest of your hair before you hit your roots, because it is going to lighten your natural hair color some if you have any natural regrowth or anything like that. So just know that because of the heat with your scalp, it's going to process there faster, and it does have the power to lighten your natural hair color. So these were also both for semi-permanent direct hair dye. Keep that in mind. If you have permanent hair dye, that's like a whole nother ball game. Also, I think a big thing to remember is that I did not fade these prior to this. Normally, like obviously with my hair, it's more faded, and then you can go in with some clarifying shampoos, or like I said, I have a vitamin C fading shampoo that I really enjoy. Just things like that. These had absolutely no wear and tear, hadn't been out in the sun, hadn't been washed since we dyed them, and they even had product on them from styling them. So to me, I'm really impressed that we got here. So can you imagine how easy it would be for me to just get the rest of this blue out? It would probably just take only a few seconds. We did actually use the color oops on the very ends of my hair to get out a dark blue, and as you can see, it's not there anymore. So I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for being here, and I really hope to see you all in the next video. So much love. P.S. Thank you all for being the reason I smile so much more now. You're all beautiful, amazing, kind, and I love you all. So don't forget, I care, you're awesome.